I love that these fans, they just appreciate the little things. They appreciate the work rate, the running, the tackling.
Coleman, fouled by Advincula.
I love his first touch, Kingsley Coman. Takes him somewhere. It's not just the first touch and then what am I going to do? His first touch takes him into the space, takes him inside.
Looking for the Peruvian, Luis Advincula.
Look at that, first touch, he's already beat Advincula. Now he's got a problem. To face that sort of speed and directness for the rest of the game is going to be a problem.
So Marcus Rojo booked to the bench. Luis Advincula, the first player booked on the field. Actually, Boca would love to score ahead of half-time. Not a great omen for them is that Boca Juniors haven't scored a second-half goal in any of their last 5 matches. Coleman.
Oh, it's unlucky.
1 foot off the other. Goal kick to Boca.
He's too sharp for his own good. He's unlucky there. Goalkeeper Marcussin getting his team up the pitch again. They're liking this long ball. Get the seconds, get the flick-ons, get the bits.
This Bayern Munich team, which has only been beaten 3 times in 2025. 3 defeats in the last 28 matches before today. Valentiel still waiting patiently for a gilt-edged chance to come his way tonight. Headed by Goretzka. Ganabri's working hard. Guerrero's ball intended for Michael Olise, and the referee says there's nothing untoward there. Di Lolo. Dalia, one of the goal scorers against Benfica. At this stadium on Monday for Boca. Blanco. Blanco. Lima with wonderful awareness of exactly where Stanisic was, but that was actually risky. If he was aware of how close Valentiel was. Kane. Lima. Bayern looking to turn defence into attack again here. Lisa was his target. Gnabry tries to pick up the pieces. Slammed away clear. Down goes Kimmich. Free kick to Bayern. Kimmich, who's played a lot of games this season. No player had more appearances for Bayern Munich across all competitions. They've recently given him a new contract as well, Joshua Kimmich, through to 2029.
He's critical to the way Bayern play as well, because he's dropping into a third centre-half position to allow Lima to get forward and link up with Valise down this right-hand side.
It's going to be Kimmich to take. Nobody picking up Lima again. Taz on the back post. Stretching, looking for his first ever Bayern Munich goal.
He's offside anyway, but I think he's trying to shoot it. Let's have a look. Harry Kane's the obvious ball. Oh, they're both offside, but Harry Kane's the ball across goal. I think he's actually tried and it's ballooned off his shin. Luckily for him, he's offside.
And new friends been made in the stands. Very much fierce rivalry on the pitch. Bayern pleased to be in front, but Boca aren't going to let them run away with this one. Kimmich. Goretzka. Koeman. Very happy that he wasn't fouled by Zenon. Kane. That did look a late challenge by Costa. Free kick for the foul on Harry Kane.
It's another aggressive one from Costa. Look, the ball's gone. It just comes in.
Against Benfica here on Monday. Boca conceded just before half-time. I hope history doesn't repeat itself here. Ta, Stanisic and Gnabry, the wall in front of the wall. Olise! It was a long way out. It was visibly reducing in power the closer it went to the keeper.
It was a long way out. I thought it suited Harry Kane with his power. Olise's gone for placement, but by the time it got to the keeper, the sting had gone out the shot.
Stanisic. Olise. Kimmich. Leimer. Two combining again, but Blanco this time does not allow Konrad Leimer through. Martial. Was that a push? Bayern hold on to possession anyway. Rafael Guerreiro, very versatile player. He can play full-back, he can play wing-back, he can play in midfield. They've got a few like that. Leimer, this man Kimmich. So adaptable. Olise got past two. Couldn't beat the ball. Martial, it would appear, is going to have to be patient tonight.
Yeah, and they're doing very well against him. Jonathan Tah and Stanisic. One's going tight with him and one's dropping off. So Tah's dropping off, so it allows Stanislas to go all in, and if he gets turned by Martial, Tah's there to cover.
Dilolo. Goretzka. Breaking out of their final third is proving difficult for Boca Juniors in this first half in Miami. Ta. Koeman. Kimmich. Quickly on to Olise. Leimer, as always, available. And out it goes. Blanco sliding for another Bayern Munich corner.
The manager needs to address that right-hand side. Boca's left because they're just not tracking the runners. Whether it's Olise, whether it's Kimmich, whether it's Leimer, whether it's Gnabry coming over to this side. just haven't been able to deal with Boca Juniors in this first half.
Elise swinging it on top of the keeper again. That's his intent. And he'll get a second bite of the cherry here. Michael Elise. Coleman. Technical ability of these Bayern Munich players is of the highest level. Stanisic. Gnabry. Oh, is that a handball on the edge of the penalty area? Badalia. I think his arms were in by his side. Free kick eventually awarded for the foul on Gnabry.
This is a problem. Prime position just before half-time again. His arms are by his side, it's close proximity. I think the referee's got this one wrong, but maybe it's for this. Yeah, even still, he's not much in that.
It's the free kick for the foul, not handball. And similar distance to where Olise struck it last time. Might Harry Kane fancy a goal from here? It's Bayern Munich fans who are massively outnumbered, but you can see the expression on the faces of Sergio Romero and Cavani down there. Boca were hoping this would be more of a fiesta by this stage. Due to 1 minute added on for stoppages, we're about to move into a third. This should be the final action of the first half in Miami. Goretzka is the player who's fallen onto the ground quite dramatically there. Not sure what all that's about. He was jostling for possession. It's Boca's wall, and they don't like others trying to insert themselves into it. It's Harry Kane. It's a great whip. And it lands on the roof of the net. Very close to a second goal tonight for Kane.
Not a bad effort from Harry Kane. Looks to curl it over that wall, does that, but just over the bar.
Goretzka was complaining. This was the incident with Merentiel ahead of that free kick. Goretzka continued his complaints and showed a yellow card.
Continued his rolls as well. Probably 2 rolls too many for me.
He's an experienced international, Leon Goretzka. 6 Bundesliga titles in the last 7 seasons as the referee blows the whistle for the break in Miami. Vincent Kompany keeping it all inside, but he must be enjoying how his team are playing here.
100%. It's been all Bayern Munich, but for Boca Juniors' perspective, to only go in 1 goal behind and they can sort out 1 or 2 things and tactical switches, they're still in this game.
Well, and he's got Raphael Haugenstein, he's got Mark Schwarzer in the studio. They'll be pouring over that first half. That's coming up next. For now,
Boca and Bayern had enough possession, they had enough chances, they had enough of everything to get a better scoreline, and that's what they missed out on. But that's really the only thing.
You can't keep a good man down, Mark. No goals against Auckland when they scored 10 by Munich. But Harry Kane is the man to put his team ahead. And Harry Kane, just being Harry Kane, sniffing around the box, gets his goal.
Just sort of like, you know, hanging a little bit back, letting other players make that run into the box. You're seeing the Kingsley Coman goes for the challenge as it pops back. Harry Kane's just the quickest to react. The first touch is obviously a bit of a heavy one because of the way the ball come off Coman. And then the finish is really good. Lunging forward, a lot of plays under pressure, and, you know, Harry Kane did what Harry Kane does best.
There was a disallowed goal, ref. The referee deemed it a foul on the goalkeeper by Serge Gnabry. Wrong or right? Because it seems to... I can see arguments for both here.
Yeah, I think as a German, we see these kind of goals not given all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't make any attempt to play the ball and you make contact with the goalkeeper in the 6-yard box 9 out of 10 times, or maybe even 19 out of 20 times, it's not going to be a goal. And the moment he goes over to look at it, I think there's only going to be one outcome.
Mark, very quickly, you're a goalkeeper. Are you in the goalkeepers union here?
Look, I think in the UK, that's probably given as a goal. On the continent, not, like Russell was saying there, 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, that's given as a foul. So yeah, look, I said as soon as it went in, I thought that's a foul.
Okay, let's have a look at Bayern's chances as well. A couple of really good chances. Everything done on this right-hand side by Michael Elise. And this is a fantastic ball across the goal here. So smart by Elise. Kingsley Coman's got to score. He's just got to score. Oh, he's got to score that.
I mean, there's nothing else I can say. But what I would say is, look at Kingsley Coman making this assist. And this is where Olise has a lot of chance to open up his body and go with his left foot. But he goes on his right and gives the goalkeeper a chance to recover. So he just made the wrong decision here, thinking maybe then if I go left, I have to beat the defender who's going to be on the line. But he had better opportunity on his stronger foot. And again, those two chances I think kind of summarize that Bayern have been a little bit negligent with the chances that they had. And you hope for them that it doesn't come back to...
I've got to hold you there very, very quickly because we do need to break to get back. They're going to be still believing...
Styles that has been so fascinating so far. Bayern Munich, who've been able to flex their muscles. They have stood up to any attempts by Boca to bully them. And after an opening half in Miami where Bayern have been able to exert control, there is still 45 minutes to go. And there's still time for you to get involved in the Fan Zone halftime quiz. You can get involved to support your team, to interact with fans right around the world through the second half. Just search for DAZN.com/fanzone and watch the match how you choose. use their counter-attacking style against a team that has so far kept the Argentinians penned back mostly inside their final third. Bayern Munich win here will secure their passage through the group and into the knockout stages. They would become just the second team to go through, Flamenco also having successfully negotiated their group earlier on. It has been controlled so far. Can Bayern keep it up? Worth mentioning that South American teams have been doing really well at this tournament. No South American side has lost at the Club World Cup yet. 9 games, no defeats before this one. Can Boca keep that record going? Stanisic. No changes in personnel over the break. Jonathan Tah. Coleman. So good at doing that. Pirouetting away from trouble. Here's Guerrero. Kimmich. Bayern want to pick up exactly where they left off. We say back to Kimmich again. Limer. That's what Velasco's got to do with more regularity now. Get back and help Blanco in that left full-back position.
He has to, and he does it well there, but the problem is the further back he goes, the more isolated Merentiel up front is on the turnover when they're looking to play him down the sides.
Olise, so graceful. Limer taking on Blanco, and across. The third challenge is Ayrton Costa.
Collective effort that time. Blanco, Velasco, Costa.
Joint top scorer in the tournament. Jamal Musiala, after his hat-trick in the opening game against Auckland, all 3 goals came off the bench. And despite the control they've been exerting, given the temperatures, Vincent Kompany is going to have to use his bench tonight. He probably won't want to make too many changes the way things are going, but needs must now. Maybe an opportunity here. Ayrton Costa, central defender who doesn't venture forward that much, but he's done enough to win the throw, and he really wanted a corner there. Counter-attacking is the cornerstone of what Boca do best, and they've got to give everything when they get those sort of opportunities tonight now. Boca in the second half are attacking the end of the field where the majority of their fans are housed. I mean, there's Boca fans all over the place, but the real condensed Boca fans contingent is behind that goal they now attack. Guerrero. Kimmich always playing with the head up, always scanning the horizon for options. Goretzka, who picked up the yellow card in the closing stages of the first 45 minutes. Stanisic to Olise. Still well to pick out Coleman. Important challenge from Belmonte. Now, this is the sort of opportunity Boca want. Can they pick out Merentiel as cruising back? Jonathan Tah.
Dealt with those moments very well. Jonathan Tah that time, and Stanisic.
He's big and he's burly, Jonathan Tah, but he can run. Coleman, boxer tricks.
He moves his hips so well. You think he's going to come inside and shoot. It's just chop and he's gone.
touch of the ball for Manuel Neuer. You know, you think he hasn't seen much of it in the game. He had more touches of the ball in the first half than 6 of the Boca players, which is actually frightening when you think about it. Italia stumbled at a critical moment. Zeno. Advincula. Boca who've got to work so hard to get the ball. Now they've got to work hard to keep it. Advincula. Montiel is up there with him. Advincula on his less favoured left boot. He saw the opportunity and he tried to drive into it.
These are the moments. So this is their third counter-attacking opportunity and they've squandered every one. He had options inside to look to hit and hope with your weaker foot there.
So he scored 1 goal this season, Luis Advincula. He came in February. The Argentinian league. He's out of position as Koeman. There's a bit more space to operate in, and Palacios can't get the touch, and Boca fortunate that Lima originally miscontrolled. But he's done well, the Austrian. Stern expressions continue from Cavani and Sergio Ramos looking on. Both in the squad, both injured though at the moment.
These are big moments for Bayern here. Just causing, even if they don't get much joy, just causing problems.
Goalkeeper commands his 6-yard box this time.
Oh, what ball.
Well, Neuer alert to the danger down the other end.
His position is exceptional. That's a great ball from the goalkeeper. Any other keeper, Morentiel's in, running in goal.
Morentiel. Just the wrong side of Zeno. Who's got a perfect coach for the style of player he is, the position he plays in Vincent Kompany. I'm sure he's going to learn much from his boss. Guerrero to Kane. Kimmich. Olise. Good at conserving energy and possession. They allow the ball to do the work. Goretzka. Oh, cleverly left. It was Guerrero's dummy. And Olise disappointed not to get the cleaner touch.
I don't think Olise expected the dummy. It's a brilliant dummy from Guerrero. Just doesn't get hold of it. Michael Olise, you expect better from a player of that quality with the left foot that he has.
Olise, who had a goal disallowed in the first half, thought he'd scored directly from the corner. Goretzka's got to be careful of the yellow card, and as in control as they appear, Bayern Munich. That would dramatically change if they were reduced to 10 men here. Italia. Blanco. He's not been able to get forward often in the game. What can he do here? Taking on Lima. He's done well, you know. Picking out Velasco. Arriving was Belmonte. I think there's been an improvement from Boca the second half.
Yeah, the manager will be delighted with their start to the second half. It's their 4th opportunity now on the counter. And the crowd are reacting to it as well.
Bayern Munich don't have a number 12 in their squad. They retired that number. They say the number belongs to the fans. But it is Boca Juniors who must feel like they're playing with the 12th man tonight. They might well need it. And Vincula's header gets it back. Belmonte crunching in as Goretzka to unsettle it. Stanisic. Olise. He's really forged a good partnership, Limer and Olise. Harry Kane, what a turn! And there was a stumble, and there was also a block. And the shot from Harry Kane goes out for a corner.
Again, he reacts quicker than Delolo to get on the ball, but to be fair to Delolo, gets back in, makes a block. Just reacts so much quicker to those moments where just the ball changes direction.
Harry Kane's next goal will be his 40th for Bayern Munich this season as Jamal Musiala prepares for his introduction, but you'd imagine not until after this corner kick. There's going to be a double change coming up for Bayern Munich. Kimmich, Kula, Morantiel. He can't flick it into himself. Olise. As well as Jamal Musiala, Alexander Pavlovic is also going to be introduced for Bayern Munich. The two go off. Jamal Musiala, which has been the best scoring season of his career so far. He will fill the role where Serge Gnabry was playing. Pavlovic into the midfield.
He looked a bit frustrated there, Serge Gnabry, with his contribution, but his position was just so important because he was just so high and so central. It was allowing Harry Kane to drop off and get time and space on the ball.
Malcolm Pereira is about to come on for Boca. Now this is interesting, that would be his Boca Juniors debut. So coach Miguel Angel Russo is prepared to try something new here. After drawing their first game, Boca can't afford to lose this one. Coleman. Kane. Trying to shield it away from Costa. Couldn't hold on to possession. Velasco. Good touch from Blanco. Now Palacios, he's got to get this right. Too close to Stanisic. Boca trying their best here. They're leaning into the door, if not quite banging on it. Battaglia. And Vincula. Well done by Kingsley Coman.
One key switch for Boca in this second half is they're able to get their fullbacks, Advincula and Blanco, higher up the pitch. In the first half, they were so petrified of Coman and Olise, they didn't really get forward.
The danger for Boca is they inevitably commit more bodies forward here, as they themselves could be cut out of the counter. There's no shortage of pace for Bayern moments like this. Musiala, now is that a blow to the face from Advincula? It's certainly a free kick for Bayern.
There's no one better than this Boca side at giving away cheap free kicks, not letting the Bayern players get the other side of them.
Zenon makes way, Malcolm Pereira on in his place. Cavani still hoping that he can take some part in this tournament. It's a calf muscle injury that's kept him out of the opening 2 games. The belief is still there on the sidelines.
And the players have given the fans that belief by the way they've started this second half.
Bayern Munich, who were in a very good position going in at half-time, they'll have felt dominant to the game, but it's never over till it's over. Vincula. Coleman tried to pull it back. Limer. Kane. Delolo. Better for Boca. Velasco. Tried to shield and protect it, but he was swarmed upon by opposition players. Boca do well to hold on to possession there. Blanco. Pereira. Olise. Pavlovic. This season winning the Bundesliga has been the first major honour of Alexander Pavlovic's career. Young man who's already worked his way into the German national team. Blanco. It's taken him some time, but he's getting to grips with Olise a little bit more now.
They're dealing with it so much better collectively as a unit.
Lovely turn, Musiala.
See now, look, 3, 4 of them all around when the Bayern players get the ball.
Boca are going to need a tenacious work rate here. Velasco taken down by Pavlovic. Free kick to Boca Juniors. They continue to try and force a turn of the tide.
They're in this game now. Look how aggressive they are. They're 2 fullbacks. Advincula at the top of your pitch on Blanco, high left-hand side, high and wide, stretching the game. Giving Olise. Look how far back Olise is now. Roles reversed from the first half.
Delolo able to pick up the pass to Advincula. Company's preparing another change. You can see bottom of your screen there. French international defender Deo Upamecano about to come on. Stanisic. Pavlovic gives it away. Then he does well to win it back again. This is Limer. Musiala again. Boca swarm around him. Musiala stayed down, but the referee is allowing play to continue here. Velasco, who's been much more prominent in this second half. The first time, though, he seemed a bit muddled when it came to actually delivering the pass at the end. This is where Bayern need a deep breath now, try to get a firm grasp of this match once again. Still a long way to go. By the time stoppages are added on, probably half an hour still to play. Good battle here tonight. It's not long until Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois face off again in a major heavyweight rematch for the undisputed heavyweight title. That's coming your way, live on DAZN on July 19th. Leroy Sané, who will be leaving Bayern at the end of this tournament, in fact, maybe even before it. He is due to join Galatasaray on the 1st of July, which is 2 weeks before the Club World Cup final. For now, still a Bayern player. Coleman. And Kula. Again, Boca getting it good and tight. Clearance by Blanco.
In these moments here where they just clear it aimlessly, just allows them to breathe, allows the defence to get up the pitch.
Kibic. Olise. Again, they double, triple up on it. Velasco. Looking for Montiel. He's in around Tar. First time. Oh, he's got around Stanisic too. What a goal! Miguel Montiel. And a goal that sums up the magic of Argentinian football. You can't coach that. You are either born with it or you are not. Cavalli loves it. Boca love it. Montiel. They needed something special, and boy did he provide it.
Look at that, that's brilliant. Look at the scenes. He deserves a huge amount of credit, the manager. They were down and out at half-time. Few subtle switches, get the fullbacks higher up the pitch. Defend more as a unit. Double, triple up on the wide players. And they're back in this game, 1-1.
Buckle up. There is a quarter of the game to play. And this could be big now. Boca finally comes on. It's a different game now than when he was getting prepared for his entrance. Alcaro and also Jimenez, the two coming on for Belmonte and Palacios. It's just deafening inside the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Boca Juniors fans roaring louder than ever before. Jimenez. And Vincula. And now we're going to see just how good Bayern are. Argentinian voices singing. Jimenez in a sprint with Manuel Neuer, which the Bayern Munich goalkeeper only won by a fraction. Goals change games. Battaglia. Breda. Blanco. Really good ball in. Stretching to clear was Jonathan Tah. Vincula. Alarcon. And it down by Tah again, who's got Upamecano in to join him now in the heart of the defence. Musiala stretched absolutely everything to get to that. And he's won the free kick for his team.
This is the dilemma they have now, Boca Juniors. They need to find a way to use the energy from the fans, use the momentum from the goal, but also not get caught on counter-attacks like this.
Dilolo. Joins Vincula in the referee's notebook. And so Bayern, who have put Stanisic to left back, Upamecano in alongside Jonathan Tah in the heart of their defence. Upamecano, who made his comeback from injury as a substitute against Auckland last time out. Before that, he had missed Bayern's previous 10 games in a row. Tah. Upamecano. Pavlovic. It's a game that's now been played to a soundtrack of South American rhythm. Costa with the interception. Can Boca continue to unsettle Bayern here? Kimmich. Bayern Munich looking to reassert control, but it's not easy now.
Yeah, and Boca, they've settled back into a low block, but they need to find a way to keep these fans on side. Need a counter-attack or two.
Down goes Olise. Fair challenge from Lautaro Blancos as the referee. And Montiel was just about stopped by Upamecano. Leroy Sané, in on the back. And Vincula hoops it away, wouldn't have counted anyway. And Leroy Sané was offside.
That's the danger sign, though. If you drop off too much, look at the two banks of four. They dropped off too much. You give Kimmich, I think it is, time and space. He's going to pick out the pass. Just offside Sané, but that's the danger signs. That's the warnings.
Montiel's goal has changed everything. The audacity of Montiel's goal. He knew he didn't have support. He knew he had to take them all on himself, and he succeeded. And the question now is, can Boca get in behind that Bayern defence again? There is so much belief here that they can. We wondered coming into this Club World Cup what it would be like in a competitive atmosphere to put giants of Europe against giants of South America, and it's been nothing short of intriguing. Sliding across Lautaro Dilolo. Vincent Kompany has not the same relaxed demeanour that he had earlier on. Bayern, who still have to play Benfica. Benfica had a big scoring win themselves against Dortmund today. Musiala, slightly clumsily away by Alarcon. Pavlovic. It's really good from Olise, and it's been taken up by Musiala, and Kane ready to receive, but it wouldn't quite sit up for him. Lautaro Blanco anywhere will do. Not seen as a problem. Worth having another little look at this, though. South American bravery and no shortage of skill. If anyone was going to do it, it was him.
Just the calmness. He knew where he was. He knew where he wanted to go. Look at the reactions from the fans. They can't believe it.
An Argentinian kiss for Miguel Montiel. There's still a quarter of an hour of regulation time to go here. And there are more fresh legs and more fresh ideas to come. Amongst them, Marcelo Salacci down there, a Uruguayan left-back who's international for his country. Salacci has played for some big clubs in his career: Galatasaray, Leipzig, River Plate. Miguel Angel is showing his cards. Stanisic. Upamecano. Shrill whistles now for the Boca fans whenever Bayern have possession. Kimmich. Bayern Munich, who scored goals for fun against Auckland. Can they come up with a key second goal here? Leroy Sané. Let's see what Musiala was trying to do. Didn't quite have the space to execute that. Montiel barrels his chest into Upamecano. Bayern keen to get on with it quickly. Olise. He's not been able to connect with Lima with the same fluidity in the second half of this game.
And it's going to be even tougher now, especially as the Boca Juniors wingers are holding on to something. They're holding on to a point. They're willing to do the tough running now.
Malcolm Pereira on his Boca Juniors debut. The player slow to get back to his feet. Second half substitute. Two Boca players in need of treatment now. So we're going to get a little bit of a breather. And then, what do you think, Andros? A thrilling final act?
It has to be, because you know Bayern are going to throw bodies forward to try and get the win. And Boca are just going to be waiting on the counter, waiting down the sides to feed that man there, getting up to his feet. Hopefully he's okay.
It's too loud for Saab. Montiel, who will have to leave the pitch because treatment came on for him before he'll be allowed back on again. I don't know, but running on the pitch in these temperatures. It must be exhausting to dance like this for 2 hours, Andros.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'm sweating just sitting here talking. These guys have been dancing for 78 minutes non-stop. Some atmosphere they're creating.
So Boschus is going to come on, and so too Sorachi for Boca. So Alan Velasco, one of those who makes way. He had certainly shown a bit of inspiration, shown a willingness to drop a shoulder and take on a player one-on-one. And it's that mentality which has now caused somewhat longer faces amongst the Germans in the crowd.
We've lost the goal scorer Morentiel, but number 7 now on the right-hand side, Ceballos. Equally as talented, equally as quick. He's going to be a problem in the last 15 minutes. They can find him in 1v1 spaces down that wide.
It's been really interesting, the game of chess here, how Miguel Angel Russo's been able to temper what Bayern Munich were doing. Vincent Kompany will be wondering quite what's changed, but seems to be that Boca have just made it more and more difficult. They've sussed out what Bayern Munich were doing, and they're now trying to combat it. There's an issue on the far side with Kimmich helping out a teammate here. It's Jamal Musiala. He's pointing to his calf. And this was interesting. Play was continuing, but Kimmich was aware that there was concern for his younger colleague. Strange body language there. Thomas Muller's being prepared to come on as a replacement. Musiala looks crestfallen.
That's the look of a player who knows it's a bad pull. He's obviously not long come back from injury.
That's a disappointment for Musiala. Brought on as a sub. He now has to go off, but it's a genuine club legend who's coming on in his place. Thomas Muller. We've got Group F action for you next at the Club World Cup. Lunchtime, Saturday, US time in Cincinnati. The Mamelodi Sundowns take on Joe Bellingham's new side, Borussia Dortmund. That's at Lumenfield, Seattle. Suffice to say, you can find out when each game kicks off in your local time zone on the DAZN app. So Thomas Muller, who's come on, the Bundesliga title this year was his 13th in total.
It can be so heartbreaking as a player, just going back to Musiala, when you work so hard to recover from one injury and then in your second game back you suffer another one. You can see the look on his face.
Pavlovic. Either team would be devastated to lose this from here. Olise to Thomas Muller. Welcome to the game. Tell you what, he did well to keep that in play. Kimmich. Pavlovic. Stanisic, who's a Croatian international, but he was born in Munich. He's one of their own. Olise. Leimer. It's a really smart turn. Kane tries to help it on. That's the moment they wanted. Michael Olise picks his spot into the bottom corner. Bayern were on the rack, but they stretched themselves in front again. Goal number 20 of the season from Michael Olise.
What a soccer punch for Boca. Just as they were going into the game, there's nothing special here, it's just bobbling it around. Nobody can get control of it. Harry Kane sees Olise, he certainly gets control of it, and Olise does the rest. The special, the wand of a left foot, just bends it past the keeper. Marquezine. He had one in the first half that he didn't quite get control. Look at that, touch from Harry Kane, probably to Pavlovic, but Olise steps in and bends it into that far corner.
Big relief for Vincent Kompany. Disappointed. Vincent Cavani looking on. But Michael Olise, who had a goal disallowed in the first half when he scored direct from a corner, but the VAR decided the goalkeeper had been impeded. Olise is not to be denied on getting on the score sheet tonight. That's his third goal of the competition.
That's the quality they have Bayern in forward areas. Split second, bobble around the penalty area. Harry Kane shows the composure, the awareness to set up his teammate.
Is this to be the first defeat for a South American team at the Club World Cup? Bayern will have concern for Musiala, but in the short term, their concern turned into delight with that quick Olise goal immediately after Musiala's departure. Bayern, who tend to finish games strongly. The last 5 matches, they've scored 7 goals from the 80th minute onward. Battaglia. Time running out for Boca to try and come back again. Jimenez can't bring it with him. Battaglia jumping with Kimmich. It's really good from Thomas Muller. Ageless. And then the foul by Costa on Harry Kane. Just looks very disconsolate, doesn't he? Looks shook. Musiala. They were worried that Michael Olise goal has Bayern Munich heading for the knockout stages as things stand. They will still have the game against Benfica to find out who tops the group, but this would put them through. Muller to Leimer. This can finish it. Brilliant. The tink was audacious. However, the flag, I believe, is raised on the far side. Now, this goal is not going to count. Leimer couldn't have finished it any better.
Taken like a striker. Look at this here. Little 1-2 with Muller. Keeps his run going.
Tight.
Probably just offside, but the dink over the goalkeeper, composure.
Conrad Leimer, who has scored 3 goals this season for Bayern Munich. He scored against Hoffenheim in April. That's been his only goal since December. So what it remains, still a small glimmer of hope for Boca Juniors. Still the hope that there could be one last stunning piece of brilliance from the Argentinians, but at the moment, Bayern are completely suffocating any attempt of Boca to get it back here.
This is brilliant to watch.
What do you say? Sane. One back by Delolo. Now, Advincula. Too far ahead of Jimenez. Marcos giving it away. Harry Kane. One back by Delolo. Kane wants a free kick, but he's not going to get it. Liner crunches in, but too forcefully. Right, we're going to have 8 minutes added on. Almost a minute of those already expired. Still a chance. He's had a remarkable career. 26 different managerial roles in a whole host of different countries. Very much at a different end of his career to Vincent Kompany, who, by comparison, is only starting out. But this very talented Bayern Munich squad has been able to weather a real storm in Miami tonight. There's plenty of really good teams who would have wilted amongst this Boca pressure and the raucous atmosphere of the crowd, but Bayern are going to be due a lot of credit if they hold on for the win.
And they've done well after the goal, just to take the sting out of the game, the sting out of Boca Juniors' press, no reaction from the fans.
Leroy Sané. Scampering across, the defender couldn't get there. Sané's unselfish, and it only took a touch from Blanco. And not even, I'm sure, the touch he meant to do, but it was a touch that enough to steer it away from Olise. Muller too close to Advincula. Boca look exhausted now. They've got to dig really deep. Two balls temporarily on the pitch. I like that from Alireza Fakani. Just kicked it off and said, come on, keep going. Stanisic has gone down.
Bayern using all the game delaying tactics Boca Juniors used after they got level. The goalkeeper went down, the striker went down, the winger went down.
Harry Kane scored the opening goal for Bayern Munich. He provided the assist for the Olise strike that might well prove to be the winner. And Harry Kane has been named player of the match here in Miami tonight.
I think the two wide players for Bayern were devastated in the first half. But you can't argue with Harry Kane's contribution, the goal, the first goal, and then the assist, the awareness for this, which looks like it's going to be a winning goal.
Bayern have had the nous and the know-how. They have kept their cool. Kane. Trying to hold off Delolo. Ultimately fouled by Lautaro Delolo. Free kick within shooting range. You can be sure Bayern will take their time over this.
Just letting the ref know that Advincula's on a yellow. Smart from Harry Kane. Look, gets inside, knows the defender. Delolo's rash. He's looking to nick the ball. Just gets in front of him, uses his body, then falls over the contact. Buys his side a minute and a free kick in a dangerous area.
It's one of those things that always amuses me. You could be shown a yellow for waving an imaginary yellow card, but there's no rule against talking about it, telling the referee it should be a yellow card. Midway through the stoppages. For the moment, Bayern have got Boca where they want them. The Argentinians would desperately love to be down the other end of the pitch, but they have been pinned back virtually inside their final third since the second Bayern Munich goal. Kimmich standing over at Olise, who, if he could get another one, he would be out on his own as the tournament's top goal scorer. Sure, he'll fancy it. It is Olise, and he hits the same side netting that Lionel Messi did in the first game at this stadium.
Looks to bend it around that wall, uses the wall as his sort of guide. Just doesn't get it back round the post, similar to Messi the other night, like you mentioned. Same result.
Michael Olise, who scored for France earlier on this month in the Nations League finals. He could end up being one of the standout players of this FIFA Club World Cup. Rescued by Pavlovic. Kane was there to help. Harry Kane is very good at this, dropping back into midfield when the team need it. He realises he doesn't need to be up playing number 9 at the moment. That's where he needs to be, winning fouls like that.
They're making it look easy at the moment, Bayern, but that is not easy. Playing out the press like that was so much. This is the winning goal. Look, just bobbing. So unbiased, like Harry Kane settles it down. Elise stepping in ahead of Pavlovic. This is my ball. This is on my left foot. Gets his side, which looks like the winning goal to put them into the next round.
It's coming up to 11 p.m. local time in Miami. It is still 84 degrees Fahrenheit on the big jumbotron inside the stadium. Bayern Munich, who were free-flowing against the amateurs Auckland in their opening game, have shown that they know how to win a game through different means here tonight. Limer. Olise. Pavlovic. Boca, whose hearts want them to give more, but I don't think the legs have got it. And the final minute now of stoppages in Miami.
The legs have got it, but they just can't get close to the ball. Look at this, non-stop running from Jimenez, but the ball is just popping so quick around him.
There goes Thomas Muller, using all his experience again. Challenge from Ayrton Costa. Boca will take on Auckland City in the final game next Tuesday. Final group games, across all the groups, by the way, played simultaneously. So Bayern's game against Benfica, which is in Charlotte on Tuesday, kicking off at the same time that Boca play Auckland.
The problem is for Boca heading into the last group stage games is they need a favour from Bayern. They need it Bayern to score a few goals against Benfica.
Final whistle blows here. It was a thriller at the Hard Rock Stadium. Michael Olise proving to be the match winner when he chose precision over power, and how that sums up how Vincent Kompany's team have gone about this today. Harry Kane got the opening goal. Great respect from Miguel Angel Russo, who'll be proud that his Boca team gave the mighty Bayern Munich a real game tonight.
100%, because this game should have been out of sight at half-time. Bayern completely dominating, but in the second half, Boca grew and grew and grew, and their captain, their leader, their talisman, Merentiel, got on back level, and this place erupted, but it was the quality of Harry Kane, Michael Olise, which gives Bayern the 3 points.
That Merentiel goal is going to be one of the goals of the group stage, I'm sure, but it's 2 wins and a 2 for Bayern Munich. It is a first defeat for Boca at the Club World Cup. Bayern unbeaten in 9 matches. They're going through